Hi guys, I'm Anarsi, and welcome to Startup Lounge. Here we help entrepreneurs build, fund, and grow their businesses. So if you're interested, please do stick around. So, guys, if you have a business that is very much ready to launch, then you know that market research is inevitable. And if you want to know all the ins and outs of market researching, this video is perfect for you. So, continue watching and get to know it. So, what is a market research and why do we need it? Well, basically, a market research are any set of strategies that are used to obtain information about your customer base, your target business audience, and buyer personas that will help you establish how valuable your product will be to your customers and how much you can place the price point to be, and yada yada yada. So why would you do a market research on your product that you're going to be releasing? Well, you do that to determine whether your product is going to be a hit or miss. In reality, market research can both make or break your product, your business line, and it will dictate your ladder to success or to failure. It also helps you understand your customers' problems, their desires, their wants, so that you can create the perfect product for them and that suits them. In this way, it's going to help you gain success. Moreover, analyzing your market reduces your potential risk by a lot. You will understand what your business needs for it to stand out and thrive, what it needs to differentiate itself from all the other businesses and your competitors. Therefore, whether you're introducing a new product or launching a new business, market research is a necessity. With you doing some market research, it can come into advantages, and these advantages are, well, with market research, you can determine the size of your target market, and then you can determine the weakness and strengths of your competitors. You can test the demand of your product and how much the customers are willing to pay for your product. And you can identify your business performance issues, identify new opportunities, identify how to improve your product, and of course, determine whether your marketing strategies are effective or not, if you are being efficient or not. And lastly, you can of course keep track of your industry. You can also keep track of the current trends that are going around in your industry. And lastly, you can keep optimizing your product and ensure the optimal position for your brand. Now comes types of market research. While there is a myriad of types of market research, the primary standard techniques include: number 1, focus group; number 2, observation; number 3, surveys; and lastly, number 4, in-depth interviews with customers. Up next comes market research methods, and there are primarily 2 types of market research methods, and they are: number 1, primary research. Now, primary research is the process of gathering first-hand information about your target market and your customers. And this can be done in varying ways. You can receive these data from focus groups, surveys, or questionnaires, whatever. It is actually a very efficient way for small businesses to understand what their brand image is like to their customers or participants. This also reveals the actual user experience of your customers with your product or services. Now, primary research includes one-on-one interviews with your customers. This gives you the opportunity to get complete, solid information from your customers face to face. This gives you an insight about the experience with your product and what their beliefs are about your product and services. And primary research also includes observational research, so you can also opt for quietly observing a natural occurrence in a natural setting, such as in a superstore. You can go there, roam around, look at what people are buying, look at what people are not buying, people are skimming through, and what people are touching, or you can understand customer preferences and how your competitors are also doing can be observed in this way. And lastly, it includes surveying. Now, this is the easiest way. You can put up surveys online. You can give up some survey letters with your products that your customers can fill out and resend to you. So these are the ways primary research is done. And these are all the things that primary research includes. Number 2 is secondary research. Now, secondary research uses publicly available data or information that other people have collected. Now, this may also include your business's internal sales and marketing records, along with a lot of other records as well. This sort of research is very good to analyze the performance of your product or your business along the line with time. This also gives you a general review of the market trends that are going around and customer behavior throughout your product's launch. There are some common sources to getting secondary data, and these are your local public library or government statistics, and so on. You can also get secondary data from the internal sources of your own business. Now, these could be all the interviews or previous data collected by your business, and with all the data that you have collected, you can conclude the future of your business too. And then comes commercial sources. The commercial sources are when you reach out to companies and agencies that work to get primary data on your behalf. They basically sell their researches to you so that you can use them. And lastly, some tips that you could use to conduct a survey on market research are: number 1, you can set out your own goals that you hope to achieve. Number 2, define your buyer persona. And this is because not everybody is going to be willing to buy your product. It's not for everybody. So you have a target customer personality that you're going to be selling to. And number 3, identify the right kind of people to engage when marketing your product. This point is very important for your market research because, again, not every sort of engagement will be beneficial to you. Only a specific target market is your goal. And number 4, choose a market research method. Number 5, start collecting all the data you need, whether through primary research or secondary research or any sort of other way you want. And lastly, number 6, analyze all the data that you have collected and start taking action. Anyway, guys, this is it for today. I hope you have a brief idea about how to conduct a market research and what a market research is and how it could be beneficial to you. So, as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe and stay tuned and continue watching me.